brought with me today was just my little jet sled, something to pull my gear out with quick. I've got my auger, I've got a scoop, my headlamp that I needed. It came before dark. We're allowed 3 lines here in Michigan, so I've got 3 beaver dam tip-ups. I've already got the other 2 set out here. I've got a few extra leaders when you're pike fishing. It's not uncommon to have some pike break you off, so it's always nice to have a couple extra leaders tied up just so you can switch them out quick. And my minnow bucket. And that is all I brought with me today. Sometimes it's nice to have all the fancy gear. Everybody likes to have all the gear. I do too, but sometimes it's nice just to get back to the basics and bring minimal gear and have some fun. So I'm gonna get this camera set up and I'll show you how I set these tip-ups. So I've already got the hole drilled, using a beaver dam tip-up today, just a nice wooden tip-up. I've already got a leader on it. On this particular leader, I've got a blade and some beads. You don't have to do that. It's like anything else, you can put whatever you want on there. Sometimes just a plain hook is all that you want. I've got 30-pound fluorocarbon leader attached to some 50-pound woodstock line, tip-up line braid. Got it attached with a barrel swivel and a snap. I do that so I can change out the leaders really quick while I'm fishing. If I break one off or if I want to switch it out and fish something different. I run like a 6-foot long leader. I fish a lot of clear lakes, so I like a longer invisible leader. First thing I like to do, I don't have any electronics with me today. You don't need them to tip up fish. I've got just a clip-on depth finder. You can pick them up anywhere. I like to just clip that on the end of my line, drop it down the hole, let that go until it quits going down. You've hit the bottom. So my line went slack. I know I'm on the bottom. Pick up. Right there is the bottom. So I'll reach down, pinch the line at the top of the water, and I know that's where the bottom is. So you want to hold that spot, and you can see the tip up is going to sit on the ice on the bottom of this wood. So from there to there, you've got about 8-10 inches from where the tip up sits on the ice to the bottom of here. So when I marked the depth to the bottom right there, you need to account for that stem of the tip up. So when you reel this up, this is really where the bottom is. And depending on how far off the bottom you want your bait, today I want to be like 4 or 5 feet. So I'm going to go another 4 or 5 feet from that point and hold that spot in the line. I like to use these little bobber line markers. You can use anything. Some people use a bobber stop. Some people put a button on there. Whatever works for you. I like to use these little bobbers. So now I marked the line with how far off the bottom I want my bait. So you can pull that up. Take your depth finder off. Now when I'm running beads and blades on this thing, I like to put them above the split shot. I don't want the beads and the blades to go all the way down to the hook where it's hard to get the bait and all the rest of this stuff in the fish's mouth. It's kind of just an attractor up above the bait that I like to use. So now you're going to want to wind up that excess line up to your point where you marked with your bobber. That's how high you want the bait off the bottom. So we're going to wind that up to right there. You can see that. We need a minnow. Today we're using sucker minnows. I'm going to take that treble hook. I'm going to hook them in the back, but make sure you're below his spine. You don't want to break the spine. Hook them just like that. I'm going to drop them down. I like to kind of drop it down a little bit slower. You don't want things to get tangled up, especially when you're fishing deep. Make sure you drop it down there. It's not getting caught up on the side of the ice. It's going to be like that. So now you've got your line set how you want. You're just going to put that flag down and clip it around this T-post. You can see the flag is blowing in the wind a little bit. So because the wind is coming towards you right now, I'm gonna set the flag on that side of the T-post. And I do that because the wind is gonna push this flag against this stem. If I had it on the other side like this and it got real windy, the wind can just push it and it's gonna set it off. But if I've got it on this side, the wind's gonna blow and it can't blow it off. So you wanna set these against the wind. Make sure they're set nice and level. Should have been more prepared on having it nice and level. And now we wait for a flag to go up and catch a fish.